Alright, man, I'm back. We being consistent. Shout out to anybody who gonna see this. I don't give a fuck who you from, where you are, what you doing. Shout out to you because you gonna see this. It's like day 16, you going live. Or, posting every day for a month straight. I don't want to say too much. Just get right into it. So what we got? Bobby Shmurda Vlad TV interview, part 9. Title is Bobby Shmurda on signing a $1.5 million deal with Epic. So let's just start this shit up. Wish my sleeping schedule wasn't so cooked. But it is. Tired. We work. Let's get into this shit.
Okay, so the labels are starting to call.
Yeah.
And then your aunt's husband.
Police, don't forget the police.
Yeah, the police are circling on you as well. And you need some management at this point. So this is when Christopher Debo Wilson, who used to have a small label in Miami called Hard Times, comes in and tries to help you.
Yeah.
How does that work out?
It didn't work out good because I manage myself now. I got lawyers. The reason when I say family and business don't work or business don't work because sometimes where we come from, we're not taught the law. We're not taught the music business. We're not taught certain industry. We just see money. And sometimes when we see money, that's wrong because I was signed into a contract. It was bad. It was a horrible contract.
Oh, on management?
Which just the contracts I started.
We've got about 50 million followers. We're in the billions of views.
I started signing was horrible contract.
Got it.
I got NDA, so I don't want to say what contracts.
Fair enough.
But contracts I started going into when I had the management,
it
was horrible contracts. So now the age I know, contracts that I know now, like I got the best lawyers. I got what's this called? Greenberg trial. I got Greenberg trial lawyers, Paul Schindler, and all these. Now, so I know my business now. I know portals, I know my business, I know royalties, I know everything.
Yeah.
Back then, I was getting, and when I was getting, just because my management was just taking money and didn't know the contracts they was putting me into.
Right, but you're 20 years old. Did you even graduate from high school?
All right.
So I'm just saying, like...
Hold on, Vlad. I was 20. How old were they? That's the point of management.
40s, 50s.
That's the point of management, right or wrong?
Right, but I'm saying, but you didn't know how it worked at that point.
I knew that
you're fresh off the block.
That's why I put you. Put them in the management. If I put you into management, you put me over.
Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, okay, but Debo ends up getting you a few shows.
Yeah,
early on, and after you do those shows, people actually started to do the shmoney dance. Not just people. Rihanna did the shmoney dance.
No, that was before the shows. Before I was working with him.
Oh, that was before?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so right before the video got so popular.
He came in with the labels.
Aha, okay. Because Rihanna did a video on Instagram doing the shmoney dance in a bikini on a yacht.
I think it was Justin Bieber,
Justin Bieber. Drake. Beyonce did the shmoney dance on stage. Well, I always like to see Beyonce do the shmoney dance.
You know, back in the days.
This is Beyonce. You're a 20-year-old from Brooklyn.
Give me a trouble, yeah.
Come on, man. I remember when I first stood
next
to Beyonce, I was like, God damn, this is Beyonce.
You want to be honest with you, Vlad? You want to be honest?
I was starstruck. You know what I mean?
Be honest? The reason I'm not starstruck because I didn't watch TV since I was 10. I tell you, besides you or a couple other podcasts, I don't really watch TV. I'm out the loop, really. So when Beyonce did it, I was happy, but I was like doing cartwheels.
Okay, well.
I was like, yo, we lit. Oh, we lit. We made it. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Brown did it. I think Jay-Z did it, right?
No, I think he did. He says shmoney dance. I think he mentioned
it. Yeah.
He mentioned it.
Yeah, right, yeah. Okay,
we shmoney dance or something like that.
Yeah, didn't Taylor Swift do it?
I don't know.
I think so.
She probably did.
Yeah. So now it's lit. You got all these celebrities.
But I got cops on my ass.
You got cops on your ass.
So you gotta understand this. You when you mentioning Beyonce and all these things, it sounds cool, but we still coming from reality. We coming from the jails. We coming from the juveniles. We coming from the blood on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Niggas running from an indictment. So when we running from an indictment, yeah, it's like Dirk right now, right? I'll say Dirk. You think when he know that indictment, you think he ain't know that he was running from something, and it's hard to be happy at the same. Like you could be happy, but it's hard to be
because hanging over your head.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So you just you on like on a run type happy. You feel me? You on a run type happy type. So I was happy when they was doing everything, but at the same time we was on a run. So we was having the time of our lives, knowing that we was probably going to jail.
Okay, but at the same time, the song is blowing up, and then you end up having a meeting at the label at Epic. And from what I understand, they wouldn't let you leave until you signed that contract.
Yeah, they went L.A. Reid and Sylvia Rome. They wouldn't let me leave till I signed the contract.
Right. And it was about $1 million deal?
What was that back in the days? I'm on an NDA about that, but it was a $1 million deal, 1.5. I got a couple $100,000. The companies and everybody took way more than me. So that's why I said it was a hard. Yeah. I don't want to talk about that because I'm on NDA, but
no, fair enough.
Yeah, I get my ass sued.
Right. But how did it feel though?
Sylvia and them over there like.
But how did it feel? Okay. But how did it feel? At 20 years old, you now sign a $1.5 million deal. Now you don't get the whole 1.5, but you're getting a couple $100,000, which I'm sure at that point was probably the most money you've seen at one time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, definitely. I bought weed. We bought weed and guns. I bought weed and guns.
Okay.
And I bought some drugs for some bros. And that was about it.
Okay. Well, with the label behind you,
I was young. I was 20. I 20.
I feel you.
I came home. I did different. I invested in clinics and real estate like that. I was 20, bro.
Well, the song with the label behind it starts to really blow up. Now, if you look at it right now, it's got 1 billion streams on YouTube and 500 million streams on Spotify. You add the Apple numbers, you're looking at least 2 billion altogether. 2 billion people listen to that song.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How did it feel? You're a 20-year-old.
Man,
yeah, you're popular locally, but now you're an international star.
Yeah, 8 billion people in the world. That's a fraction. That's a quarter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people listen to it multiple times, but still, it's a lot. Yeah. It's still a lot of ears.
Yes.
Okay, so now you have something that most artists never have, a hit song. How did it feel at that point to really actually be a rapper with a hit song, doing shows, moving around, fans, groupies?
It felt like the hood times 10.
Yeah.
So, because in the hood, we was them boys, so it felt like the hood times 10. It's like, when it's like kings, but different on different levels. Like, you kings in the hood, you all the baddest in the hood, pretty, smoking all the weed, driving all the good cars and that. But now when you go to the hip-hop level, it's different. You in the baddest, different states, not from different blocks, different states now. The blocks turn into states, the hoods turn into countries. You see where I'm going with it?
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm going with it? So it's like it's times 10 now.
Well, yeah, you're getting 5 shows a week, getting like 20,000 or more a gig, getting 15,000 just to do a club walkthrough. You're on stage with Drake. You're on Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. You made a cameo on Kevin Hart's show, Real Husbands of Hollywood. So you're really going through the whole motion.
I was going through the motion, and it was, when I say earlier, it was happy, but at the same thing, hanging over my head, because right after I get off the set, it'll be back to reality. So it was like, once you leave the club, like, you'll be happy for an hour or two. Once you go back, it's like, yo, with the police outside, yo, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah. Well, I mean, you said that at one point you started to notice cops from Brooklyn showing up
in Miami,
out of town,
California,
shows.
Like that. We start seeing cops that we know in Brooklyn. They in Miami taking pictures. We got charged with certain shit in Miami for shootings in Miami, and then California. I'm like, oh shit, nigga, and then we already know we under investigation because the alleged people that was supposed to be against us got indicted, and allegedly they got shot more. They like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them that got shot. So allegedly, who they gonna come for next? You know, it's like 2 + 2 is 4, guys. What the? Yeah, we all pack the bags. We on the run. Well, we on vacation.
Well, yeah, no, I mean the cops have been, are targeting you at this point, and little things are happening. Like at one point in Queens, they do a search, they find a joint.
Yo,
one joint.
They locked me up for a joint. Yo,
for a joint.
That was the craziest day of my life. Word to my mother. Yo, bro, one of the craziest days of my life. They sat me in the prison for a joint. It made me sign like 30 autographs. And told me they were gonna let me go. Every 5 autographs, they're like, yo, we gonna let you go. They letting everybody come on for a next shift. Yo, hold on, Bobby Shmurda in the back. Oh, I need some autographs too. Hold up there, you heard? I stood in the prison for like 8 hours for a joint. For a roach.
Brooklyn and Queens, home to learners, creators.
Man, I don't really have no reaction to that shit. I'm so tired. But I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after, because we're being consistent. I'm gonna have more energy one of these days, man. Shout out to anybody who's supporting me. I'm out of here.